Alrighty, a little bit of an update. I've been tinkering around for the past few days, and I finally got something worth showing. Now I am able to control a DMX light based on the color of an environment in Unreal. So basically the way I did it, let's go and stop this. What I have here is basically, I have a camera, and what this camera does, well, it's actually a scene capture component 2D, and what that is doing is writing to a texture right here, and so you can see this right here. It's writing to this texture, and I have it set so that it only writes that texture when it's moving. That way it's not flickering every frame, so I can actually set this to like 200 by 200, and you can see it's just a camera. I set it to 1 by 1 pixel just so it's kind of blurred, and I just get an average color. And then what I do is I come into this blueprint and I do a couple things. Firstly, I am reading that texture, and then I am reading the color of that texture at pixel 00, splitting out the color to its value, which is just its brightness, as well as its red, green, and blue colors. And then here I have a little debug thing that's just printing those values so I can make sure it's all working. And then here I figured out that I need to send to DMX output port, which I am sending to my ArtNet 8 device that I set up earlier. And then I believe, where is that? Somewhere in here I actually have it set that I can change the device that it's sending to. I forget where that is though. Anywhere, somewhere I have it set where I can choose what DMX device it's going to, but I don't remember where. Okay, anyway, so basically that's being sent, and it's assigning the values. And then here I'm doing a make map, and I'm just guessing at what these are. I know that this light is set to channels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I know that channel 1, 2, 3, and 4 are brightness, red, green, blue, respectively, and then 5 is strobe and 6 is effect, so I'm not using those two, I'm just using 1 through 4 as value, red, green, blue, and value instead of brightness. Anyway, so then here I have the colors each plugged into. Red goes to 2, green goes to 3, blue goes to 4, and then the value from hue saturation value goes there just so we can affect the brightness. And then in practice it actually works. So what you can see is now this DMX light is like a pale green color, and you can see right here that so is this. So what I can do is select the camera and I can rotate it around, and you see now we get different colors as this texture change. Oh, you can't even see that. Alright, well, so this texture will update as I rotate this around, and you can see the light is reflected in that. I can aim it up at the sky and get like a more white color. And again, this texture reflects to update. So yeah, that's that. So it's the basics of the system in place. Now I just got to figure out how to optimize it and expand it so that it can actually function and do more than one light at a time. So you can see I'm aiming at the floor, gives me sort of a green texture. There's a lot of green. So I think actually if I go and change this HDRI, let's change it to like something like daylight. I can aim this light up at the sky, and it will give me a blue light that mimics what the sky is doing. Or I can change the HDR backdrop to something else. Let's do, I have no idea what this is. Oh yeah, a nice forest. And all I gotta do is just scoot that, and now it's this color instead. If I aim it straight up, you see it's like white, like the sky, and I can aim whatever. And I added this arrow just so we can tell where it's sampling from. And And yeah, that's the basics of it. And I got a lot to learn, but this was a huge step in the right direction, and I'm excited that I got it here. Let's see what some others look like. Oh yeah, this one's like a city. This one's like not a city, but a courtyard and a building. And the reason I have it set to the camera set to only sample when it moves is because we were getting like a flickering. So if I stop this and I set it to, so basically I disabled capture every frame, and the reason I did that was when it was capturing every frame. Oh, you can see it set it back to whatever. When I was capturing every frame, we were getting like some flickering. So you can see right here how the light's flickering, and this texture is also flickering. And that's just due to the fact that I'm doing a very low res sample. So if I up the resolution, you see at the borders we get like this kind of flickering. And I think this pixel is actually sampling is up here. So I'm going to want to figure out like some sort of average color function that will just, so I can take a larger sample and then just sort of average the color, and that should help with the noise. Oh, and then here on the side you can see my debug thing, and that is this over here. That is this bit where I just have each value broken out, and then so I have brightness set to white, red set to red, green, green, blue, blue, so on and so forth. And that's just a printout debug, so I can tell what exactly it's doing and make sure it's actually functioning. Yeah, I'm excited about this. Let's try one more. There we go. Neat. Set this back to 1 by 1. Yeah, you can see it's still kind of flickery, so it's not the best, but I'll figure something out.